Hello, beautiful people. This is Dr. V, burnout expert, with another beautiful guest, Lillian today, who is a business online coach and marketer. And I met you because you contacted me, I think, for being part of the Soul Center directory, where you collect spiritual entrepreneurs so that people can find them. Thank you so much for giving your time and knowledge to us on the Burnout Show.
My pleasure.
My first question is always like, how did you end up doing what you're doing right now? Because you probably have an interesting path to where you are now.
Yes, thank you. And also thank you very much for having me onto your podcast. I really do appreciate it. So I have had pretty much now an 11-year journey to where I am today. So I'll start from the beginning, but I will try and keep it as short as possible. I traveled over to China in 2008, just before the global recession, and I found myself as a travel agent. And I absolutely loved being an expat out in China. It was really, really good. However, I was looking out the window at about 26, 27 going, oh, is this it? And I came across spinning, indoor cycling, because after running a marathon and 2 half marathons, I couldn't enjoy it as much running around in the crowds and experiencing all the bad pollution. So I found myself in the gym for the first time. Mm-hmm. And I kept walking past the gym, this particular room in the gym, and it had spin room on it. And I thought, oh, what is spin? What is a spin? So I went in there, and after my first spin, I was absolutely hooked. So spinning is indoor cycling, really good for cardio, a really good blast on the bike for 45 minutes or so to great music. So I was absolutely hooked. And to cut a long story short there, I then joined forces with my then boyfriend, who ends up being my husband later on, and we set up the first indoor cycling studio in all of, at the time, Southeast Asia. So we're the first in China, first around Singapore, Bangkok, Thailand, those sort of places. So we done very, very well. We were winning awards. We were very well renowned within the expat community, and it was fantastic. And one studio turned to 2. We then joined forces, and we had a great partnership. But in 2014, I became very, very ill. It took me about 2-3 years to probably realize where I was with my health. Even though we experienced great success running these indoor cycling studios, behind the scenes, I was absolutely wiped out, exhausted with this thing. And I didn't know exactly what I was dealing with. And it ended up sort of equating to me experiencing depression, which came from burnout. I wasn't just tired and exhausted, I was completely depleted. Mm-hmm. So when I reflect, looking back in my sort of phase of business then, it was pretty much because I wasn't mentally prepared for the success. And we were so fortunate with our business at the time. We did things the other way, where we were profitable from month 1, would you believe? And we were just scaling up, and it was just amazing. The journey was fantastic. But I wasn't quite prepared for all the responsibility, all the exhaustion that comes from running classes. I was spinning myself, I was running teams, I was running just a business in a different country. So it came with its moving parts for sure. And we took a decision to move back to England because I wasn't getting any better, and I was having MRI scans, and the doctors out there didn't know exactly what I was being diagnosed with. I was being told all sorts. So I came back, and it was pretty much depression because I wasn't dealing with the burnout, which I didn't realize I was experiencing. And the experiences of burnout for me, I know everyone's different, but it was just, I just couldn't function. I couldn't focus. My emotions were just all over the place. It really affected my marriage, my relationship. I was being such a strong person and character for my business, and to everyone else, yet behind the scenes, I was completely weak, and it got me like bedbound for days on end. I think my longest dip, I used to call them, was like 10-11 days, where I just put the covers over me, and I was just like, I can't deal with the world. I was just completely man down. So anyway, I went back to the UK, and I was, given the tablets like you would do when it comes to depression, but I knew that wasn't the right path for me, antidepressants, which I'm not against the tablets, but I just knew it wasn't for me. So then it sort of brought out the whole, well, I need to really sort this out from the inside out. And I was pregnant as well at the time, so there was a lot of things going on, and everyone was quite worried about me. But we decided to also make that great decision, the big decision of cutting the ties of our businesses out in China, because I was dealing with all my health, also becoming a mum for the first time. And whilst in England, I was still living in my head in China, because we had a lot of China endeavors there with business. So we decided to then sell the business, come back and just do everything in England, whilst having the partners deal with the Chinese business. We were a bit naive to think that our old marketing strategies would just work here, that we were using in China, in the UK. And it took about 2 years, and we just went through all our all our finances, all our savings. And my burnout really just didn't get any better. It just got worse. So in a nutshell, I ended up separating from my partner because the stress got way too much. And we ended up closing up the 2 businesses here in England. And then also I nearly went bankrupt. So many highs, many lows in business. You tend to find when you are in business, you've got your good and bad stories. And that was definitely a real tough time for me, all again whilst having a child for the first time. So there's a lot going on. And then my program at the time was born, so from burnout to breakthrough. So it took me, I would say, about 3 to 5 years to fully recover from burnout using natural resources. So my pillars then were cardio, strength, balance, and good nutrition, due to all my experiences dealing with business, and then obviously affecting my health. And I bounced back from all that over time, obviously. And then in that time as well, because I couldn't be in 2 places at once naturally with my business, I also was learning the power of going online with marketing strategies. So from 2014 onwards, I always had a keen eye on learning how to build funnels and websites, and really learning Facebook advertising. And now fast forward to where we are today, 2023, I now help online spiritual coaches, healers, therapists, practitioners with their own online coaching business to supercharge their results to success, because I feel like I've just got, over the last 10, 11 years, so much experience when it comes to the stresses behind business, the mindset, the highs and the lows, and what it means to actually live a stress-free life. So having a fantastic, workable lead and client generation system in your business really allows you to take a step back and to allow your business to do the hard work for you whilst you manage it from afar. But obviously it takes some time to set up a business. But I do tend to find when it comes to my clients, they do struggle finding leads. They do struggle to then convert leads into clients. And that also is just another way of experiencing stress in your business. So that's where I am today, basically.
Awesome. I'm sure there's a lot of people, including me, that would like you to have a look at all my funnels and stuff. I've already had so many business coaches and software, and I think I've tried everything on the market. In any case, there's a lot out there. So, but if you have the secret sauce, that would be very interesting. Now, are there any easy tips that you can give other spiritual entrepreneurs on how they can get a little bit either less stress while they're running their business, or what we really want is more leads or more conversions?
Yeah, sure. So, my 3 main pillars I now work with for now is basically based around mindset, mechanics, and mastery. So when it comes to the mindset, whatever project you've got on, whatever business journey you've chosen to go on, is to prepare yourself at the very, very least that it is a journey. Like, there's no real end destination. And I think if you are aware and prepare yourself and really meet your expectations that this is definitely a journey of education, a journey of personal growth. And I would always recommend every day as a daily practice of some sort to really work on your mindset to avoid things like burnout, to avoid things that negatively impacts you whilst you run a business. So I find that which helps me keep grounded and focused, is writing affirmations, daily meditation, really looking into your diet and clean it up as much as possible, just to really keep your energy levels up. Because even though you shouldn't be too attached to your business, like my first business out in China, which is still going strong, by the way, it's like 11 years old. I don't have any involvement with my businesses out in China anymore because I sold them, but in my heart of hearts, it's still my first business baby. And, you know, it caused me a lot of stress because I was so attached. And I do find a business, really, it's like your child. You are there, you see it born, and you watch it grow, and you nurture, and it's hard to not get too involved and stressed
it's
out
your
with your business.
creation.
Yes, it's very powerful. And I feel like my legacy is still going strong out there, which is great. However, I do things online now. But yes, just to have that mindset and to work on your mindset every day just helps you at least avoid the tough days, because there will be tough days. It's a journey you've chosen to be on. And any business, whether it's offline or online, comes with its challenges. So mindset is a big thing for me.
Yeah, and I find like a vision board helps a lot also. And
yeah, everyone's
and not
different.
only to put business goals on there, but to put, like, I love the wheel of life, so I want to make sure that I have something in each part of my life. So I invest my time and effort in health as well as money, as fun things, family things, you know.
That's exactly right, because I feel like if you are heavily involved in one area on that wheel of life, all the other areas get to suffer. And I'm still quite sort of bad at it now, striking that balance. You could probably help me, to be fair, on some things, but I'm a bit of a workaholic and I've had to learn to rein that in. I think us high achievers, you know, who have a perfectionist type, you know, attributes and quality about them, which is good and bad. We can
They
sometimes
burn out the most. The perfectionists and the high achievers, type A characters. That's part of the risk profile for getting burnout.
Exactly right. That's why we get on very well, because we relate to each other in such a way. And it is hard sometimes to prize yourself away from your goals, your purpose, your mission, because we know that we are here to do big things whilst we're here. However, you need to really give back to yourself as well. And I just find some of the tools that you shared are also great as well, but to at least work on your goals every day, but in a way that's healthy. So mindset for sure is very, very prominent and very important in my line of work. So that's the first tip. Always work on your mindset on a daily basis in whichever way resonates with you. And my second tip would be mechanics. So what I mean by mechanics, when it comes to an online business in particular, unfortunately, an online business is not just messaging people in your messenger inbox, which most people tend to do. I mean, not yourself for sure, but most coaches I tend to work with, when they are starting out, they don't really know the journey, and that's fine. But to build business assets will just save you so much stress and heartache in the long run, because to have a system that works for you, that you can build and then let go, walk away from, and you know, has a big impact on your business and does like 75% of the work for you, is just such a good thing to have, because that's what a freedom lifestyle is. It's having a campaign at the front end, which then generates leads into a funnel, which then churns out to your then clients at the end. There's a process, and to have assets that are built online are also great for you to then hand over to someone once your working machine is doing the results for you, because it's just that is the key to then having that freedom lifestyle, to have that balance in your life. Because if you are just usually implementing an organic strategy in your online coaching business, that's where again the burnout happens. And also the secret sauce, as you mentioned earlier, is consistency. And with every love and respect to us humans, we try to be consistent and we want to be consistent, but life happens, you know, we're parents or we're animal owners, or we are just, you know, servicing our clients, and to be consistently organically alone, that's where also burnout, I believe, can creep in, because you've got all this stress just to manage an organic strategy. So to have a system in place to then, you know, accept a Facebook marketing campaign is great, alongside an organic strategy as well, which then, you know, is your then all online coaching business, is fantastic. So
yeah, that's why I have a virtual assistant who does my social media for me, because I
yes,
just didn't have enough time. I didn't have the consistency, and
yeah.
she can, unless there's no electricity in Indonesia.
Yeah, I've worked with VAs before, and I'm glad you did. That was going to be my segue to this point as well. Like, if you don't have enough time, that is probably when you need to think about, okay, you know, get the drawing board. I'll go, I need to have a VA, and then just basically send out the SOPs to that particular person, and they can then just take on a big chunk for you, because
Yeah.
you won't end up enjoying your business if you were doing everything yourself. So if you get into that point, definitely take a step back. That's a very healthy way of doing things. So yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, we are talented at certain things, like if you're a spiritual entrepreneur, probably at helping people, but therefore not particularly interested in the financial aspects or the marketing aspects. And that's why I don't mind hiring people to do that for me. But I do find that sometimes in my life, I had the time to do it myself, and I was not bad at it at all. And it's almost that people know this is the real me, and it attracts more attention than you know, the VA posts. I mean, because it's more sterile, I guess. But yeah, I try to get in there as much as I can, but just
Yeah.
not consistent enough. I agree.
Again, it's that balance, isn't it? It's the balance
Yeah.
of, you know, if a post is from you, your energy has gone into it, and that's
Yeah.
going to be well received from your audience. So therefore, the
Yeah.
momentum will be there, as opposed to a VA who doesn't know your business inside and out. So the love and the energy isn't there when they post. However, there's also that fine art of letting go and delegating out, and that's part of personal growth. And it is hard, because it is your business, baby, and only you know how to roll with your business. However, that is just part of the process. And for you, obviously, you're at a level where you need to, for your own sanity, you need to let go and to delegate out. And that's how you grow. It's a good sign of growth for sure. But it's just that process. You know, business is just fantastic for that journey of personal growth. So that's great.
I think it's worth it finding a virtual assistant, because you can train them. In the beginning, you have to check everything, but once you can see that they don't make spelling mistakes, and once they get the culture of your business, and I say not this but that, and actually I send through a lot of messages and informations to her, like, I agree with that, I stand behind that, do something with that, and then she knows, because it cannot be the opposite of what I like. If it's things that I don't agree with, I don't want that on my social media pages. So but we've reached that level now that she knows exactly what's okay with me and what not.
It's like a journey within the big journey that you go on with someone.
But there's some amazing people out there that can definitely unburden you with the things that you don't enjoy particularly. So, and ultimately we want to help as many people as possible without burning out.
Yes, exactly. The big B word, burnout. And my third point would be just mastery. So mechanics is mindset is first, then mechanics, and then third point is mastery. And once you have been working on your mindset every day, and you've got your system in place that generates leads and clients into your business, which is quite hands-off 75% of the way, then it all just becomes just learning to be a master at your craft, you know, learning to really handle your machine that you've built behind the scenes of your business. It's like building a car, and then you just enjoy driving it and working out all the buttons on it, and working out the speeds, and just being also with like-minded people to make you become a great master of your craft, you know, to become great. And you know, most of us are set on this journey to achieve big things, and it's a lifelong journey. It doesn't just stop because you've made a certain amount in your business per month, per year. It's an ongoing thing, and that's when the love for your business will come through again. Because I think in the early days, it's hard to really keep the love and the passion going for your business, because it challenges you on so many different levels. And sometimes you just want to throw in the towel. but I can say you will never be able to not work or succeed in business if you throw in the towel. Like the answer is just to keep going, keep pushing, and never quit, because then you always win. If you
Yeah,
don't quit. And
absolutely. I don't think there's any business person out there who didn't have any negative moments in their life. I mean, it's just not, it's about getting up again after you fall down. That makes a difference, because some people will just try once and stay down, and other people will keep on getting up. And I always think, like, what did I learn from this experience? Well, I learned never to do that again. And
exactly.
yeah, so that's exactly part of the journey that is life, is to have experiences and to learn and grow from it. And yeah, you can do that in your business as well as outside of business, I guess. And not everybody is put on this place to be a business person.
No, exactly. Yeah.
It's a
And
certain personality that has usually already some form of mastery and has the consistency and the persistence to really want to help as many people as possible. I think that's why spiritual entrepreneurs are doing it.
yes, sure. Yeah, because they know they are here to help people on a very deep level. They're not here to be marketers. You know, most people fall into business because they love something. Like, I loved indoor cycling. I did it so much and loved it. You know, it was my life for the longest time, 6-7 years. And I nearly went bankrupt over it. That's how much I loved it. And I've obviously had another segue now into my business. Now I'm an online business coach and marketer, but I've had to learn the marketing the hard way. Now I can give back, because I understand that, you know, especially spiritual coaches, therapists, online practitioners, they're here to help other people, and I'm here to help them help others. Because they don't.
That's why it's so great to have you here, because I have a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs who watch my podcasts, and I will also ask some of the groups whether I can post a link in their Facebook feed so that they can contact you. Now, let's go to that. What's the best way for people to contact you?
Yeah, sure. So I am on Facebook. You can find me, Jen Lillian. So I am JenLillian, Jen Lillian. I do have a Soul Central Facebook group that's closed. You can Google that, search it on Facebook on the search bar. I have a website, jenlillian.com. At the bottom of each page, you'll have a link to my link tree, and it's got all the gifts that I offer, all the free services and paid services that I offer. And in particular, I would like to mention I offer a free listing at the very least in my Soul Central directory. I launched that first time in January of this year, so I've just published my third. And depending on where you are in your journey, because I've operated business from many different mindsets. I've definitely operated in my time from a scarcity mindset, when you're worrying about money, bills, and business rates and instructor fees and all the other business stuff, as well as being a mum. If you are short on cash, like, this is where I can also help you. Like, always try and promote your business. And I'm here offering it for free. If that's where you are and you're just starting out, you don't know where to start, at least get your business name out there as brand awareness. So the Soul Central directory goes out to over 10,000 plus soul searchers, intuitives, high achievers, manifestors. So if you feel that is your right crowd for your particular service, and reach out to me, you can find me. And I'm more than happy to get your business listed into the Soul Central directory.
Awesome. And I'll put all the right spelling and links underneath the video in any case.
Lovely. Thank you.
So what's if somebody wants to work one-to-one with you, how does that work?
Yeah, well, you know, everyone will always start from a different, you know, situation or an understanding. So at least for us to have a chat would be great, so I can see where you are. I tend to work with people that have already tried and it's not quite working out for them. I mean, I do go through my clients what I call the built to last system. So there's 9 steps to the system I walk through my clients with on the phone as an introductory call. And usually I come in and I end up gluing a lot of the stuff together, because most coaches might have already their lead magnet, which I call a magnetic gift. Some people have already tried with a Facebook group. I'm here then to help them really get the momentum going in their Facebook group. I might, offer to build them a messenger bot, which is a very automated tool that anyone can implement into their business. And in fact, I have a free messenger bot, if you like that in your business, worth £500. Again, the link to all that will be on my my website. I've got a fair few free gifts for people. But yeah, there are many moving parts, but I tend to usually build the assets for my clients. But it could be that you have this roadmap from me, and it might be that you can look at the roadmap from a bird's eye view and go, oh, okay, I'll just maybe need 3 more steps out of the 9, and then I've got a fully workable online coaching business, because there are many moving parts and it does get very complicated sometimes, and there is a lot of information out there, and overwhelming, as you would know, can also lead to stress, and I'm here to de-stress the confusion as much as possible.
That's awesome. I'm definitely gonna look all of that up. And do you actually still like build funnels and all of that?
I'm one of those weird ones. I love building funnels.
Yeah,
yeah, I do. Yes,
it's a rare gift.
Well, yeah, it's something rare for sure. I think I've learned to love all that because of my near 11 years in business. But actually, steps 4, 5, and 6, that's what I build for clients as a high ticket offer. So the 4th step is to have a funnel that converts. The 5th step is to have a messenger bot. So one of those cool, funky, you would know, but just for your audience possibly, just one of those automated conversations in your messenger inbox, which is really good. And also Facebook group, it's very tangible. It can generate so many good leads, so many amazing clients as well, but you need to go in and make sure you know what you're doing, and that's what I help my clients with as well. So basically I do the manual work. I tend to do the stuff that most people either don't want to do, they don't understand how to do it, or they just don't have the time to do it, and then the consistency then flags. I come in and I just, roll my sleeves up and I just do it for the client.
Awesome. All right. Well, my brain is full for today. So thank you with all of that.
You.
And I'm like, I need to check this, I need to check that. So I'm gonna stop the recording now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
So just to remind my followers, Dr. V's Angel School is online, but I'm also hosting some events worldwide. Just contact me if you're interested in that. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Love to you all. Thank you.